Now please welcome from the developer community of consumer physics, Mr. Hagai Heshes, Head of Product Marketing, to show us the new smartphone with SIO sensor. Have I said it right?
Yes.
Great. Good luck.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. Hey. All right. I'm Hagai Heshes from Consumer Physics, and we are the, where's the clicker? Clicker. Here. And we are the creators of the world's first microspectrometer. Now, what does that mean? Let's take a look. Let's roll the first video.
The technology at our fingertips can help us do amazing things. It can help us navigate the world, know which restaurant to book tonight, or know what song is playing on the radio. But when it comes to the actual stuff around us, if you're not sure or just don't know, well, you're on your own. SIO is the first molecular sensor that fits in the palm of your hand. It scans the molecular fingerprint of an object and provides relevant instant information about its chemical makeup. You can use it to log the chemical fingerprint, record it, and share it with your friends. Imagine if there was a way to know which watermelon is sweeter. When is that avocado going to ripen? How many calories, carbs, or proteins are in that shake? How your plants are doing? What's in those pills you were taking? Imagine if there was a way to know the chemical makeup of everything you come in contact with. The applications are endless. SIO uses a tiny optical sensor called a spectrometer, which absorbs light reflected back from an object and breaks it down into a spectrum. The spectrum is then sent to our cloud for analysis, and our algorithm sends back the result to your phone in real time. Spectrometers are used today in labs around the world, but they are too large and expensive for everyday use. SIO is a tiny spectrometer that can be mass-produced at low cost. What's exciting about SIO is that it empowers us all to explore new frontiers right under our noses. You don't have to be a scientist, you just have to follow your curiosity. And every time you scan, you're helping to build the world's first database of matter. That has tremendous implications for research, for medicine, for education, for our food system, and for our environment. You can also get our development kit and build applications of your own. Join the journey. Get your own SIO. Explore more.
So that's SIO, the microspectrometer. It's already available on our site, consumerphysics.com. And we were founded in 2011. We're now over 120 professionals, including scientists, chemists, physicists, optics experts. And what we did, like you saw in the video, we took the traditional mass spectrometer and miniaturized it to be something that you can put in your pocket or hold in your hand. So that's the size of SIO. The way it works, it shines a light, gets back the reflection from the material it's scanned, sends the reflection, the data, to the cloud where our algorithms, it goes through our algorithms, and then it gets back the insights to the phone, to the client. So scans, gets back reflection, up to the cloud, back with results. What can you do with SIO? So here are a few examples of the things you could do with SIO. One is skincare, for example. I have a few demos. We couldn't show it here because I need a screen, but I'm happy to demo to you after the presentation. Skincare, get the melanin levels, get things like skin type, all by simply pointing at your skin and scanning. Another thing you could do with SIO is identify fake bills. Okay, fake bills or pills, by the way. Okay, fake bills or pills, so counterfeit, something that SIO can do. Another use case is body metrics, so things like body fat, body composition, lean body mass versus body fat. You know, today you have your calipers, which are very inaccurate. In this case, you again point your SIO at your biceps, scan, get the body composition. Another use case, which is one of the more popular use cases, is nutritional information of the food you actually eat. So it's not a database of apples and rice and noodles. This is the actual apple you're going to eat, because you scan the apple and it gives you the information, the nutritional information about the apple. Another use case is selecting the best quality or the sweetest fruit on the fruit stand. So imagine, and you don't have to imagine because it's real, it works. Imagine you go to the supermarket or the grocery shop, and you can select your sweetest tomatoes, plums, grapes. So this is another use case. And what we've seen here is primarily use cases for consumers. We also attend to businesses. And there's a lot of traction around SIO for business because of its size and because of its price. Things like pharmaceuticals, validation of incoming ingredients, precision agriculture, okay, where you can optimize cropping time. Here's an example with animal feed. Animal feed with SIO, you can in real time make some decisions about what you feed your livestock. So here's an example of a business, of an industrial use case for SIO. Let's roll the second video, please. This is another example of an industrial use case for SIO. In this case, animal feed, and like I said, there's many verticals where SIO comes in. It's very interesting. There's a lot of traction. About a year ago, we signed a strategic deal with Analog Devices, ADI out of Boston, chip manufacturers out of Boston, and together with them, we were able to miniaturize the sensor even further. And now we can also embed the sensor in other products. So imagine smart kitchen appliances, or smart cups, smart bottles, and of course, a phone or phones. So this is reality. This is not imagination. We launched already with Terion. Terion is one of the leading kitchen scale brands out of Europe. We launched a kitchen scale with our sensor integrated in it. So now when you make your dinner, you have ingredients. You don't only know their weight, but you can also know their nutritional information. So how many proteins, how many calories, how much fat is in that piece of chicken breast when you're making your dinner. And last but not least, that's the phone. Like I said, since we have we've been able to miniaturize the sensor, we're very proud to announce a new phone, the world's first material sensing phone, which we've announced at CES a couple months ago. And I can also say that this is a Chinese brand, a well-known Chinese brand in China, and we will be launching another phone, at least another phone, with a global recognized brand this year, end of this year towards beginning of next year. So with that, I leave you with a Changhong phone, the first material sensing phone. Let's see that video.
Remember how exciting a new phone used to be? Sure, smartphones keep getting better, but better isn't good enough. We want a phone with the power to change the way we live. Introducing the Changhong H2, the only phone with a material sensor that can scan and analyze physical objects. The H2's material sensor absorbs light reflected back from an object, breaks it down into a spectrum, and analyzes it to determine its chemical makeup. Every object has a unique molecular fingerprint. The H2 is the only phone that can read it. It brings the power of laboratory science to the everyday, revealing a world of information never accessible before. From the sweetness of a fruit off the shelf to biometrics from your biceps, the H2 gives us the ability to discover more. Now your phone can verify a product's authenticity and warn you if something's not right. It's a brand new way to experience the world and all the sweetness it has to offer. Imagine a future where a phone can scan your skin or bring the real world into a virtual game. With a high-density polymer battery, fingerprint sensor, 6-inch full HD display, all-metal aircraft-grade aluminum frame, 16-megapixel autofocus camera, and a SIO molecular sensor. The H2 gives us a reason to be excited again. The Changhong H2. Exciting is back.
Exciting is back. Thank you very much. Thank you.